Hey guys, Montana Sawyer's Garage here, back with weekend number 2, working on my utility trailer build. Yesterday I was able to get off work for a little bit. I actually was able to go pick up some metal. So I got my metal, hopefully, that I will need to complete this project. And I'm excited about that. So today, Josh is going to be over here shortly. What we're going to start working on is basically I am going to start cutting my channel and welding my channel in. Basically creating a whole nother rectangle within the standard frame here, which is then what my perches are going to weld onto for my axle, and then I'm going to support it out here in the center in a couple spots as well to kind of give it strength. So it'll basically kind of be its own frame for the axle that then welds to the main frame is the idea. And that way I can get a little heavier duty axle underneath it and a wider axle versus the small skinny little axle that it had on it before. So I'm pretty excited about that. I got some metal to make a ramp. So I got a couple more pieces I'm going to need to figure out the ramp exactly, like some hinges and things like that, but not too worried about that kind of stuff. What I have to do first right now is I got to start basically grinding anything, like when I cut off some of these pieces of metal off the main frame with the plasma cutter. It's not a super clean cut, so I got to come through and make sure that I grind all that flat. That way there's nothing holding up my piece from butting up against the original trailer frame when I go to weld on the channel for it. So that is what I'm going to be doing today, is hopefully getting that all welded up and put in the trailer today, and then I can start looking at getting the axle mounted and go from there. So I don't know how much I'm going to get done today. I am on call at work, so at any moment in time, if I get a phone call, I got to go run and fix somebody's heater for them. So we'll see how much I get done. Guys, back with a little bit of an update. We've got Josh welding here in the background. What we're doing right now is we are stitch welding our frame together. And so we've got all 4 sides in. We're just going to stitch weld them at the top, then we're going to grind the top, make sure the welds look all right, and then we are going to stitch weld it from the bottom as well. Josh running the welder right now, so we're on our last piece on the top, and then we'll be able to grind the top, make sure the beads look all right, weld it up in the bottom, and that'll be basically our inner frame for our axle. And then I'll be able to start eyeballing where my hangers need to go for my springs and the mounts for that. Yeah, we're coming along. This day kind of went a little slower than we thought it was going to. It's about almost 5 o'clock right now. So didn't get as far as I thought we would today, but we had a couple hang-ups and you had to run to Menards and get some more grinding wheels and things like that. So kind of the things that you don't plan on, but that always seem to happen. So we're moving right along, and I will see you here in a bit for another update. Well, guys, sometimes good help is hard to find, and that is what I've learned here today. Just when you think you can trust someone to not risk your life, he decides to let the trailer fall on me. So, you know, I'm fortunate to still be alive. with this super, 20,000 pound trailer that fell on me. But fortunately, we did catch it on camera. So enjoy this next clip. Guys, so we're gonna go ahead and call this a wrap on day number 1 of this weekend, which would technically, I guess, be day number 3 of our trailer build here. We definitely did not get near as much accomplished as we anticipated that we were going to today. I guess everything seems like it's gonna be way easier in your head when you're like, yeah, we're just gonna do this real quick and cut out that metal and weld it up and it'll all be great. Well, it took us most of the day. I think it's like 8 o'clock right now. We started at like, I don't know, 10:30. Yeah. A good little break in the middle there. But basically we've been huffing metal dust all day and we're really kind of tired and my back hurts because somebody dropped a trailer on it. And so we're gonna call it a day. So we will pick up tomorrow and go from there. All right, so we are back with day 2. I apologize. I kind of got you off to a late start. I came out here earlier this morning and actually had already started work and kind of forgot about grabbing the camera. And then Josh showed up. Again, my quality help from earlier in the video. He tried to kill me yesterday. And we just kind of got to work. And basically, where we're at is we got the axle mounted. So what I end up doing this morning is I cut off the other perch off the axle, measured it up, welded on my new ones, and then at that point we were ready to go ahead and mount the axle, so we did so. And that's kind of where we're at right now. It's starting to take shape. We're both pretty excited now that it's a roller again. It kind of looks like we did something. So that's kind of where we're at with it. We still need to go through. We're going to add our extra bracing through the center here. And then we decided we're going to completely remove this back bar and we're going to cut it off. And we're going to put a piece of channel back here to give us some extra rigidity for our fold down ramp that we're going to build later on. That we don't have to worry about this being super weak, because honestly this metal here is pretty darn thin. And then we're going to just be using plywood decking over this just because it's going to be quick and cheap. And if it gets bad, I can either screw another piece on top or rip it off and put new on. But what we need to do obviously is we can't have these big gaps with the plywood decking. So we're actually going to come through with some angle iron and we're going to basically build supports going across so that the decking has plenty of support. And we'll end up doing the same in all these spaces here. So that's where we're at. I am getting called in to work. So I have a couple calls I have to go run now. So we both kind of agreed this would just be a good stopping point for the weekend. And our plan is to pick this up next weekend. We're both off. No on call next week. So we'll be able to hopefully get some more work done. So I may work on it a little bit, maybe in the evening times if I get off work early enough, but otherwise plan on seeing us next weekend. Thank you.